Today we are with the same topic of Science 1 of class 9th, motion. Okay, so in previous two classes we have studied till speed. Let's take a recap and go further. Now we have started from motion. So motion is what? Changing position. Motion means change in position. When the object is changing its position with respect to time, then the object is said to be in motion. And when the object is not changing its position with respect to time, is said to be at rest. Then the object at rest are also called as stationary objects. Okay, so the objects which are at rest are called as stationary. Then related to motion, we have started with very first physical quantity, that is distance. So distance is the physical quantity which gives you idea about the length covered by the object. Which length covered by the object? That is actual length covered by an object. Okay, so distance is actual length covered by an object is called as distance. And the other physical quantity which is different from distance is, it is the shortest distance or shortest length between initial position and final position. Initial position to final position is called as displacement. Your distance is scalar quantity. Why it is scalar quantity? Because it only depends on magnitude. Magnitude means amount. Okay, it does not require direction. So quantities which requires only or which is sufficient with its magnitude are called as scalar quantities. Okay, and quantities which represents magnitude plus direction are called as vector quantity. And here displacement requires its length plus direction, because it is going in a particular direction in one single path. So definitely displacement requires its length and direction. Which type of length? The length must be shortest distance between initial and final position. So hence displacement is not a scalar quantity because it explains magnitude and direction. Hence it is vector quantity. Hence it is called as vector quantity. Okay, so this we have studied. Now related to distance, we have seen speed. Okay, speed is distance per unit time. Distance per unit time is called as speed. So from its, what is SI unit of distance? Meter. Displacement, SI unit is meter. Its CGS unit is centimeter, and displacement same CGS unit, centimeter. Hence speed will have SI unit, distance is having SI unit, meter, and time is what? Second. So we call it as meter per second, or we can represent it meter second inverse. Okay, so now speed is related to distance. Okay, so very first physical quantity we have studied related to motion was distance. Okay, from distance, speed. Okay, speed is distance per unit time, means that particular object is covering how much distance in given time. Okay, now what about, definitely like we are having speed is equal to distance upon time. So definitely there is another physical quantity just like speed which is depending on displacement. Only the change will be here, speed like distance does not depend on direction, and speed is also not depending on direction. You never say that 40 kilometer per hour in north direction you are going. No, because it's not compulsory that you are going in a straight line. Okay, if you are going still, it doesn't require to specifically tell in which direction you are going when you are explaining speed. Okay, whenever you are explaining your speed, you will only tell 50 kilometer per hour. 40 kilometer per hour, I am going by certain vehicle. Okay, and you know the speedometer of your bike is also giving you the amount of distance covered in given time. In speedometer, 40 kilometer per hour, like this reading means per hour. Per hour means 1 hour. Each hour you are going by 40 kilometer of distance. Means this is the distance covered in 1 hour. Okay. So now just see your speedometer and see what unit is used here. Kilometer per hour, and here by what speed you are going, that explains you how much distance you are covering in 1 hour, or unit time. Your unit time we are taking as 1 hour. Now, like speed is related to distance, there is another physical quantity which is depending on the displacement. As we know, displacement requires magnitude and direction, or displacement is the shortest distance in a particular direction. It is going in a particular direction. So another physical quantity which is related to displacement is called as velocity. Okay, so velocity is displacement per unit time. Displacement per unit time is called velocity. Okay, same formula will be velocity in place of distance, displacement. Displacement upon time. Okay, the difference between speed and velocity is speed will not explain you any direction, or it is not depending on direction, only its amount, how much distance is covered, that much is sufficient to explain it. But velocity we require its direction also. In which direction the object is going is very important to be known. So velocity is equal to displacement upon time. Now let us see its SI unit. Just now we have seen displacement SI unit is meter and time is again second, or we can call it as meter per second or meter second inverse. Okay, same way CGS will become centimeter per second or centimeter second inverse. Okay, here also the same, centimeter per second or centimeter second inverse, same SI unit for distance and displacement, and also for speed and velocity they will have the same SI unit. Okay, so this is speed and velocity. Only the difference is speed is scalar quantity. Basic difference that it is scalar quantity because it does not require any direction, and velocity is not a scalar quantity, it is a vector quantity because it is depending on displacement. Displacement is depending on direction, and velocity will give the direction of displacement, means in which direction the object is being displaced. Okay, will be called as displacement, means its direction is needed, and velocity will give direction of the displacement. In which direction the object is going, that direction will be given to velocity. Okay, so hence it is called as vector quantity and speed is called as scalar quantity. So let us compare speed and velocity. Okay. So speed is distance per unit time is called as speed, and velocity is displacement per unit time is known as displacement. Okay, what will be its formula? Speed is equal to distance upon time. Its formula is velocity is equal to displacement upon time per unit time. SI unit, what? Meter per second, and velocity's SI unit is again the same, meter per second or meter second inverse. CGS unit of speed is centimeter per second or centimeter second inverse. Its CGS unit is again the same, centimeter per second or centimeter second inverse. Okay, now it is a scalar quantity and velocity is a vector quantity. So this is comparison between speed and velocity. Now speed and velocity, when we are explaining, just next to it I'll explain that we have seen that speed and velocity means it is totally talking about motion. Motion means the object is changing its position. But in speed, what? Actually it is going to the path. Suppose this is the initial position and this is the final position of the object. So speed means from initial to final position, whatever path it is moving, we have to take the length of this total curve AB, whether it is curve or whatever straight lines it is. So this is speed. It is referring to motion only. Okay, but for finding velocity, the same curve is actually, the object is going like this, but it does not require this actual path. It requires only the initial position, final position, and the straight path going from initial position to final position. It is showing you the only one direction, in which direction from initial to final position, what is the direction needed and what is the shortest distance. Okay, but still it is telling you the motion of the object. Means speed and velocity will have different kinds of motion. Different kinds of motion means, like I am saying uniform motion. Okay, now uniform motion means what? Suppose I am using equal interval of time. Means consider this is the object, okay, which is placed at A and it required to go to position B. Okay, so initial position is A and final position is B. The object is going, but if after interval of time, with equal interval of time, equal interval of time. Equal interval of time means, suppose any interval we can take, we can use like 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, whatever. Suppose I am using interval of seconds. Suppose after each second, after every 1 second, what is the distance covered? Suppose this is 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second, and this is 6 second. So definitely this is 0 second. Means from here we are starting to calculate What is the distance covered by the object? Suppose it is equal. You can see here, is it equal? It is looking equal. Or I can say if I measure it is 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter or 2 meter also. Okay, no matter about it. It can be 2 meter also. Suppose after every 1 second, correct, interval is of 1 second, 2 minus 1, 1 second, 3 minus 2, 1 second, 4 minus 3, 1 second. So this interval is of 1 second. And after each second, after 1 second, the object is covering only distance how much? 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter. Means there is equal interval of time and distance cover is also equal. Then such motion is called as uniform motion. Okay, so a good example we can take rotational motion. Like earth is moving around the sun. So is it equal? Yes, it is equal. So that motion is called as uniform motion. Instead of 1 meter, if by chance 2 meter, 2 meter, 2 meter, 2 meter, 2 meter, means equal distance covered in equal interval of time, then such motion is said to be uniform motion. I am repeating, object covering equal distance in equal interval of time, then such motion is called as uniform motion. Okay, so uniform motion. Same way we will have non-uniform motion. Okay, what I did, same. The object is going from initial position A to final position B. Okay, this object will move. I did the same thing. After each interval of equal interval of time. Equal interval of time means we can take 1 minute also, 1 second also, 2 second difference we can assume here. Suppose after each second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Okay, the object, we are measuring the distance covered by this particular object. Suppose first it is covering 1 meter, then 0.5 meter, then 2 meter, 1 meter, 1.5 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter. Okay, so here you will observe that we are using equal interval of time. In that particular each second, we found that the distance is unequal distance covered by that particular object, then the motion will be said to be non-uniform motion. Okay, non-uniform motion means motion due to which we found that in equal interval of time unequal distance is covered, then such motion is said to be non-uniform motion. Okay, so related to speed and velocity, we will have uniform speed. Uniform speed means it is covering equal distance in equal interval of time, then that motion is called uniform motion, or we can call that speed also uniform speed. Similarly, velocity, same. For uniform velocity means what? If equal displacement is covered in equal interval of time, then that velocity is called as uniform velocity. Same non-uniform speed means will be what? Like non-uniform motion, equal interval of time, unequal distance is covered, then that motion is called non-uniform motion. Same thing. Non-uniform speed means unequal distance covered in equal interval of time, then that speed is called as non-uniform speed. Okay, so let us see few of the day-to-day life examples whether we are having speed uniform, non-uniform speed. So there are various like many times when we are coming from home to school or from home to shop, it is not compulsory that we are covering equal distances. Okay, we can change the different path, like here from A to B. Okay, so we can change the path, so definitely distances can vary. So here the speed is not uniform, and for uniform speed also that it may give. So we'll see few of the examples. An object travels 16 meter in 4 seconds and then another 16 meter in 4 seconds. Calculate the average speed. Okay, so you can easily tell that 16 meter is the distance and it is equal. And let's see equal interval of time. Here equal interval of time we are having 4 second and 4 second. So this speed is which type of speed? Uniform speed. Okay, so we'll calculate the average speed now. You know speed is equal to what? Distance upon time. And what will become average speed? Average speed will be total distance upon total time taken. Okay, so required formula only we have to write. So before that, first we'll write given values. So we'll consider distance is equal to 16 meter. Then we can represent it like distance d1 is equal to 16 meter. Another distance, suppose d2 is again how much? 16 meter. Time for covering d1 is suppose t1 is 4 seconds. And another time for covering distance d2 is t2 is again 4 seconds. What is asked? Average speed. Average speed is asked. Okay. So solution. Okay. Very first we have to write the formula. Average speed is equal to total distance covered upon total time taken. Okay, so average speed is equal to, okay, total distance means d1 plus d2 upon t1 plus t2. Okay, how much is d1? 16 meter plus 16 meter. 16, d1 is 16, d2 is 16, t1 is 4 and t2 is again 4. 4 second plus 4 second. So 16 plus 16, 32 meter. 4 plus 4, 8 seconds. 8 seconds. So average speed, okay, 8 4s are 32 meter 4 meter per second. So average speed comes how much? 4 meter per second. Now already I have explained average speed, but after explaining uniform motion, why I am explaining the average speed? Because it makes very easy for calculation method, but only you have to check whether the given motion is uniform motion or non-uniform motion. Okay. Just now we have studied uniform motion. In uniform motion, what we have studied? Equal distance, equal interval of time. For speed also, equal distance in equal interval of time. So that speed will be called as uniform speed. Okay. So whenever you are calculating uniform motion, for uniform motion, the speed is uniform, then it's very simple. You even not required to write d1 plus d2 plus t1 plus t2 or average. You can do it very simply. If your distance covered is equal, just check your problem whether the motion is coming equal. No need to use so much steps. You can directly find that it's 16 meter 16 meter. This is 4 second 4 second. Directly for uniform speed, average speed, you can directly calculate any, that is distance covered upon time, because the value will come always the same. Distance is 16 meter and time is 4 second. It will come 4 meter per second. So this is the plus point. Or if you know that the motion is uniform or non-uniform, you can easily calculate by using this. So if you are having MCQ questions, okay, so it's very quick to identify and tell. Now let us see for non-uniform motion. Same problem will take for non-uniform motion. Okay, so instead of, if I take 2 seconds, okay, so here it is d1, d2, t1 will become t2. T2 is how much? 2 seconds. This is the only change. Here we will have 2 seconds. Okay. 4 plus 2 will become 6 seconds. And your answer will be 6. 32 divided by 6. 5.3 meter per second or meter second inverse. Okay. So 5.3 meter per second. So here whenever you will have non-uniform motion, 16 meter, okay, distance covered is equal, but you will find that time is not equal, it is unequal. So here it's very simple, you have to go by this method. So whenever you are solving the problems related to motion, average speed is asked, total speed is asked, average speed is asked. So just go through the values given to you. If it is coming uniform, if it is coming uniform motion, then directly you can find the answer will be the same. But if it is not uniform, non-uniform motion, if you will find, then you have to go by steps. Instead of 2 values, if there are 3 values, d1 plus d2 plus d3 upon t1 plus t2 plus t3, and in the same method you have to go on calculating. So I hope you understood how to solve this. Okay, in the next class we will see velocity and uniform, again uniform and non-uniform velocity. Thank you.